Hey everybody. Hello. This is Keisha Gray coming to you all from Keisha's dining room table. I put on some lipstick, y'all. I thought I'd be cute with some. You like it? Anyway, so what I'm going to be showing you all today is because I know that sometimes we are very busy parents, taking the kids to school, helping them with the homework, and it'd be so late at night. I try to do my cutoff at 8:30, but because life is so demanding when you got kids. And sometimes you don't have time to make a complete four-course meal. So what I want to show you is something fast that you can make for your kids, and that'll be good for them, and they're gonna like it. It's gonna taste good to them, I think, and it's gonna be fun for them to eat, as well as yourself. It's a good comfort food. Um, I'm going to teach you all I'm going to show you what I do when those demanding days come and I don't have time to make a full course meal. It is a little prep when it comes to it. And I'm going to show you some of the things that you're going to need for this quick fast meal. It probably about 30 minutes to make. 30 minutes, 30 minutes. It's not going to take long to make this and for the kids to eat on something. Even after school, when they get home from school, they're always hungry. So, if you want to make something really fast, or you can prepare the day before. That's what I do sometimes. Because sometimes they've been so demanding. And they want, it's like they get hangry. They get hungry and angry at the same time, so you got to have the food ready for them, in microwave reach. So it's good sometimes to prep cook the day before. But what I'm going to do is show you the ingredients that you're going to need. These are some of the ingredients that you'll need. And I don't even know what I would call this. I think I would call this, I don't know what I would call this. A fast pick me up for the kids. Just call it that, or whatever you want to call it. It's just a quick meal. See, what you would need first is the corn tortillas. You can get the flour tortillas, but the corn tastes so much better to me when you fry them. What you're going to do is quarter them off, cut them up, cut them down in fours, one half here and cut half there. It's corn tortillas and chili beans, and this is fast. You get the chili with beans. We're gonna make some chili, and you can get some Velveeta cheese to put inside the beans, and you're gonna season it with a little parsley flake, little chili powder, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion powder, and kids love sugar, and so do I. And sometimes I put sugar in some of my dishes. If you hear my kids in the background, my daughter got her company over in there in the living room. What are y'all playing? They're playing Roblox, and so they're talking. Okay, so. Okay, thank you. Can you just lower your voice a little bit? Thank you. And and a little bit of sugar. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to quarter these tortillas. And we're going to make them, cut them like Doritos. You know how Doritos look? We're going to quarter them, cut them down here and here. Down and across, vertical and horizontally. And they will make like a little slice of pizza. And I'll show you more about that in a second. Then the next thing that we'll do is, I'm going to show you what we need to do next. The next thing that we'll need to do is cut, take your tortilla, the corn tortilla. Corn tastes better than flour. Get the corn tortillas. I took a stack, and this will make 24. You just cut them this way. Let's see if you can see it. Cut them that way. And then you're going to cut them again this way, like you're making a Dorito chip. Okay? Then, what you're going to do, you're going to go over here to the oven and to the stove. And I'll show you what we need to do next. Get all my stuff. What we need to do next is we're using about. You don't need much grease. You just take you some vegetable oil, and you want to turn your oven down on low heat. You don't want to put it a whole lot of grease in. You don't want to deep fry it, so just put it where it's about an inch from the on the bottom, covering the bottom of the pan. And while that's heating up, what we'll do next is we're going to turn on this eye for the beans. And these are the beans, about the chili. It has beans in it. This is the chili out of the can. You can do it fast out of the can. I'm doing it fast out of the can so I can feed these kids and they can go on with their day. Or with their night and go in the room and play and whatever. So the first thing we're going to do is season the beans. While they're getting warm, we can season with a little bit, with a little bit of garlic. And then you have your chili powder. It's not even open. Have parsley flakes. I'm gonna add some parsley. Turn the heat down a little bit because it's doing this little thing. Sugar. Just not too much of that. And just a little bit, not too much. Make it too spicy if the kids won't eat it. And we have a little onion powder. See, onion powder. And a little bit of that. Stir. Let it stir it a little bit. And while that's doing its thing, stir it up a little bit. My kitchen is very small. It's cramped space. My stove is by my back door. So if you keep hearing me hit something, I'm hitting the back door. And I don't like it. I really don't like it. One day, God is going to bless me with a bigger house. Because this one ain't working. So while that's going on and cooking a little bit, let's face our attention over here to this pot. So this grease is about hot enough. You don't want it to get so hot that you're going to scorch your grease. You know how you let your grease get too hot and it'll burn your food fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these little squares and we're add them inside of the frying pan. Fry them up really good. Like that, right? But if you don't want to make these like Doritos, you can cook them in its original form. You don't have to cut them. And this is going to cook really fast, so you want to keep turning. When they start to brown, then you can take them brown and they get a little crispy. You take them out of the pan, out of the frying pan. But you want to keep turning them and moving them around and let them get really crispy like. But you just don't want them to sit in the grease like that, because you keep turning them so the grease can go through it evenly, because if not, it's going to be really greasy. And make sure that you have a strainer already on hand and ready to go for when these come out the pot and out of the frying pan, out of the grease, and put them in your strainer, and make sure you have some paper towel in your strainer. But you want your grease to be hot enough so that it can fry. You just don't want it to be your heat to be so low to the point where your food just sitting in the grease and then it get real greasy like that. You don't want it to boil in the grease like a boiling process. You want it to fry, not just sit there. You want to do this here. And if you want, you can just keep adding. Keep adding. If you want to do it fast. But if you don't want to do this process here, by cutting the tortillas in quarters, then what you can do is just keep it whole. Makes it much faster to cook that way too. But I got little mouths, and they like little dainty stuff, you know. Kids love dainty stuff. They'll eat it. They'll eat it more. See, this one's about to come out. It's crispy like a chip. Because the tortillas is what we're going to use for the dipping. The dipping of the chili. So that one's done. And they get like a chip. Crispy like a chip. You just duck all the grease off. And when I return, I will show you more on the chili. I'm just letting that cook slowly because I don't like my beans hard. I'm softening them up. Really soft. I like mine really soft. So when I come back, after I have all these fried up, we're gonna put our focus on the chili. This is what they look like when they're in the original form. They blow up like little. They blow up like a little ball. I want to show you this. It's like a little pouch of air. And what you're going to do is just keep turning it. And like I said, the corn tortilla is better. I think it's better. I don't know. It's according to your taste bud, but I think the corn, it tastes better, and the flour is the corn and the flour, they're different. They don't have the same taste. Not to me anyway. And I think that the corn tortilla fries better. So I just put this one in and pay attention how it just bubbles up. It's so funny. Like a little pocket of air. And let's focus on our chili. It's been simmering. Give it a stir. It smells so good. And then we're going to add a little cheese. So the cheese that we're going to add is some Velveeta cheese. Just about, let me see, 6 ounces will do. And that's about, when you cut it, about this much. See it? That's 6 ounces. And you just put it in there and let it melt. I'm going to put it in there. Let it melt. And we're going to stir occasionally. I had to wash my top off. We're going to stir occasionally. Put the top on, let it heat up a little bit more. Stir occasionally. And when I come back, I will show you what it look like after the cheese done melted all up in there. Now the cheese is all melted up, and going to keep on stirring it in really good, and then we'll be finished. And the final taste test, well, the final thing will be for the children to taste it and tell me what they think about it. But this is the chili. And it has, I put some Velveeta cheese in it. And I fried the corn tortilla chips. Cut them like Doritos. And I fried a few whole ones for my son. He's 15 and he probably don't want none cut up like the kitty Doritos. So he'll have his whole one. And this is what your chili looks like. And now it's time for plating. Add you some ground beef to your chili out of the can. And this is your final result. Yummy. Look how thick, and it'll change the color of the ground beef. Will change the color of the chili when you do this. All right, now everybody, this is the last part of this, and it didn't take long to cook this, did it? Everybody, did it take long? Okay. And what we're having today, kids, is corn tortilla chips shaped like Doritos, dipped in my chili. I put a little chili powder in it. Y'all tell me how it tastes. Now, take your bowl, because we're not double dipping and stuff. So, take your spoon and dip you out some. Why'd you say ew?
It don't look right.
Because I put cheese in it.
I don't want it.
Taste it anyway.
No, I'm not getting it.
Okay, now take your chip. And she'll just eat it. Faith will just eat the chips. You like it? That's one. Faith, you want to try the dip? She likes it. Okay, come on, Faith. I want you to try this.
No!
I want you to try it.
No!
This is Faith's problem. She dislikes pizza and chicken nuggets. Anything that don't look good to her, she won't try it. And all I asked her to do was try it. Can you try it?
No!
Okay, now it's the bribery. Okay. So you know how you want that doll, baby? Try it.
No, I don't want it.
Well, I'm going to try it. I think it's good. She probably don't like it because of the color of it. I put cheese in it and it turned the color, a color that she don't like. And it look nasty, so she don't try it. Wow. Good, good. Ready? Keep going.
It's good.
Pretty good. It is really good. But guys, just try it. Your kids gonna like it. Faith don't like nothing. This is what Faith do all day, right here. So, but I got two out of one because I know my son's gonna like it too. But this is the end of this video. Just going to tortilla chips with chili. And I will talk to you guys later. Que sera, sera.